Hello, guys. Hope you are doing well in this virulent and grappling time along with your family members. Welcome to the Opinioc. So, from yesterday, we have started this channel on YouTube. We have came up with two videos yesterday. One was regarding the detailed analysis of Shift 1 after talking to the candidates who have already appeared in the examination, and the another video that we made in the evening. It was regarding the complete analysis. Hope you would have liked those videos. Hope you would have liked our initiative. This is just a philanthropic initiative from the OpenAIC side. We are not an educational institution and we don't have any ulterior motive here. We are here to genuinely help you from our experience by talking with the people who are already as probationary officers, by talking to the people who are into the preparation from various years. So today we have thought to help this how to increase your score by 10 marks after we have completed our analysis by keeping in view each and everything that we got from the candidates in from day one. From day one, some candidates couldn't do well. We have talked to them, they how they would have done better. And after analyzing that, we have come up with this video in order to help you. So let's start. Let's start it with a reasoning section. The reason behind this, the rationality behind this, keeping this section, although this is not the first section in the examination, is that you can easily grasp or fetch 20 to 25 marks, and keeping in view the cutoff of the last year in 2017 in 2019, it was only 7 marks. So how should you approach what observations were made from the day one and how you can definitely do better by watching this video? First of all, the pattern was same. There were four puzzles, there were four inequalities, four silogs, blood, and four questions on blood relations. And there was a one miscellaneous question. Regarding miscellaneous, I will we will deliberate about it after some time. It will be in the last slide. So let's focus on this part: inequalities, silogs, and blood relationship. First of all, your preference shouldn't be the puzzle first. Your preference should be inequality, silogs, and blood relations. Why? Because they are 12 marks, 12 to 14 marks. Four silogs are there, or either three silogs are there. Inequalities are 3 to 4, and blood relationships. There is one paragraph given, and there are 3 to 4 questions. So in the first 7 minutes, if you are able to do inequalities, it will hardly take. If you have a practice, it will hardly take 12 seconds or 20 seconds, not more than that. If you don't have practice, it will hardly take. It's not a rocket science. It will hardly take 40 seconds at max, or 50 seconds at max. So you will be easily to do four questions in 2 or 3 minutes maximum, 2 or 3 minutes. Then silog, you know, it is not that much of big deal. It's just a matter of two. It's just a matter of 2 minutes. 2 minutes, I mean, whole four questions. Each silog will take hardly 30 seconds. They are just logical. They are statements given. You have to form those circles and encircle them, and you have to conclude accordingly, and then you have to find which one is logically correct and logically incorrect. So it won't take you more than 2 minutes. Four questions won't take you for more than 2 minutes. Then there is blood relationship. There were four questions yesterday. Although the making of tree will take you 1 or 1.5 minutes, 1.5, I mean 1 minute 30 seconds or 2 minutes max, but not more than that. And then you have to just click on the answer. What is the answer? They are easy questions. This is son-in-law of this is mother-in-law of B is mother-in-law of A, and you have to formulate the tree, how many male members are there, and approximately within 7 minutes you will be able to do 12 to 14 marks for 7 minutes. And it will get you through the sectional cutoff last year was around 7. If you will be able to do these in first 7 minutes, it will help you to go through the cutoff. But we don't have to qualify the sectional cutoff. We have to qualify the whole cutoff and to get better marks. The purpose of this video is to increase your marks. Then in the remaining 13 minutes, sorry, what should be your preference? Look for those puzzles which are of single variable. Single variable, for example, the puzzle, floor based puzzle or box based puzzle. 8 floors are there given. A is on odd numbered floor. You will be getting one or two cases. A will be on third floor, first floor, fifth floor, or seventh floor. Accordingly, you have to arrange other people. Then it won't take more than 2 minutes. You should prioritize this over other things. In the next Then the next priority should be of single variable, because single variable direction or two variable direction, two direction. For example, a square is given, four people are sitting at corners, four are sitting in middle. Those who are sitting at corners, they are facing towards center, and those of who are in the middle, they are facing outside. Accordingly, you have to form that puzzle, and then you have to answer those questions. These two puzzles will hardly take 6 minutes, not more than that. If you have good practice, you can do the same within 5 minutes, not 5 odd minutes, not more than that. Then if you are taking 6 minutes, then you will be getting 12 to 14 marks in this, 10 marks in this, because once the puzzle is done, all the five questions are yours. All the five questions are yours. You will be sure about this thing. And then there are two puzzles, remaining two puzzles, which will take 7 minutes, which we have here computed taking 7 minutes. If a puzzle which is of two or three variable, by two or three variable I mean that there are some persons given. A is a general manager of some organization, and he is residing in some place, for example Delhi, and he is on the fifth floor. There is a building of eight floors. He's from let's change the question. A is a general manager. He belongs to a place known as Chennai or Delhi, and the same person resides on the fifth floor of a building. There are 8 floors. This puzzle is of three variables. We have A given, we have his position given, that is general manager, and we have his place of origin from where he belongs to, and then we have on which floor he resides. It If this puzzle, if three variable puzzle will take you 4 minutes, you will be easily able to fetch 29 to 31. Keeping, we are not here taking in view the miscellaneous questions. We are just taking puzzles and then these three parts. So which by default means you will be easily able to fetch 25 to 27 marks. Then remaining in next 3 minutes, if we computed 3 minutes or 6 minutes, one hard puzzle which I have already discussed with you should be attempted by you. It shouldn't take more than 4 minutes. If then you have some time with you, you should approach the miscellaneous questions. For example, there are alphabets given, there is a word given, elephant or some another word given. You have to look for this thing, how many letters are there in this word which which have same position, which have in between same letters as that in English alphabetical series. Easily you will be able, by this approach you will be able to do 26 to 29 questions. If you are not able to do one puzzle, you are able to do three puzzles. Then coming to the next section, which is quantitative aptitude, 20 marks, 20 minutes, 35 questions, one question each of 1 marks. What should be your approach? You should simply skip if you are getting miscellaneous as your first question, and you will get an idea those miscellaneous questions are are at the same place. By same place, if first question is your miscellaneous, then up to 10 or up to 8, they will be same miscellaneous questions from either time and work, from boat and stream, CI and SI, mixtures and allegations, average, mensurations, ratio and proportions. It depends on which chapter. The syllabus to you you must be knowing about the syllabus. But the thing here is how to approach this section. The simple thing is that if you are getting miscellaneous in between, or your first question is miscellaneous, you should simply just, it should not take 5 seconds, not more than 5 seconds to skip a question. The race here is not to get the marks. The race here is how to manage the time, how to manage your time. We have only 20 minutes for a section. So if you directly go into quadratic equation section, as it was seen yesterday, there were 5 quadratic equations. You will be easily able to solve 3 to 4 questions undoubtedly. And the another part which you should look after, if you shouldn't first focus on DIs, you should focus on number system. These three things all are already there in the examination. 10 marks are there. Quadratic equation 5, quadratic equation from number system, either you will be getting wrong term out, you have to find out, or missing term you have to find out, wrong term out or missing term. These 5 questions are already there. If not number series, you will be getting approximation and simplification of 5 marks. But it wasn't seen in yesterday. But we can't presume anything regarding whether in the next shifts IBPS will come up with anything regarding the same or not. So let's focus on quadratic equation first and number series first. If you are able to do these within first 5 to 7 minutes, you will be easily able to fetch 8 to 9 questions. 8 to 9 questions. We are considering that out of quadratic equations, only 3 questions you are able to do, 3 to 4 questions. One question we are considering that the value of equation is so large that it takes 2 minutes for you to solve. It takes 1 minute to solve. It takes 1.5 minute to solve. 1 minute 30 seconds. For example, x square plus x plus 589. Some you have to find the root of those equations whose value are humongous, whose values are huge. And some number series is such that you are not able to find the pattern. So you should skip that. It should hardly take 10 seconds to get an idea about the same, not more than that, to find the pattern. if in the first 5 minutes if in the first 5 minutes you are able to solve 5 minutes or 7 minutes, you are able to solve 8 to 9 questions from these two parts, you will be easily going across the cutoff that in the last year was 4.75 for quantitative aptitude. Then if you get miscellaneous, it depends on what pattern you got. You might have miscellaneous in between the whole of it, or at the end, or initially, or in between. If it is in between, you should skip. You should not try that, because those questions are time consuming and they won't fetch you that much mark. One question is of 1 mark. Directly jump to DI. Our approach is to go towards DI, data interpretations. It will be either of bar graphs, pie charts, or line graphs. Here, your approach should be, if there is some Kessler DI, you should not touch that in the first 10 minutes. In all the DIs, you should approach those DIs of whose values are given. You have to just compute and you have to analyze and you have to give the answer. You should not do the Kessler DI. What is the reason behind here? What is the rationality behind here? Because the it depends on your practice. If you don't have any practice in the Kessler DI, it will take you to formulate the table of the statements which are given in the Kessler DI. It will at least take 2 minutes for you, or more than 2 minutes. And if you're giving 2 or 3 minutes to just make a table, not to the questions, to solve the questions, um, it will be a blunder on your side. So you should first focus on those DIs which of whose values, whose graph is already given, and you will should be easy to compute them. And with this approach, DI, it will take 8 minutes or 10 minutes. But as far as we have talked with other people, it was a lit yesterday, it was little bit of lengthy and competitive. So remaining 10 or 15 minutes or 17 minutes, you will be able to cross the in first 5 or 7 minutes, you will be easily able to cross the cutoff. Quantitative aptitude, we don't have more than 7 marks cutoff. 7 or 9 is max. 9 is max in the sense that SBI PO sometimes, if the paper level is too low, if the paper level, some last year the SBI, in SBI there was a cutoff of 70 because quantitative aptitude level was not that much. So 70 was the cutoff of whole, which means, which by default means, so the approach here should be to approach those DIs which are tabulated, not those one which are not tabulated. Then some people might have hold on miscellaneous chapters, some might be knowing probability, some might have CI or SI depending on their background or depending on the preparation they are into the examination. They should at last approach those miscellaneous questions, and within 3 or 4 minutes which are remaining, you should be easily able to do 3 to 5 questions with this approach. And if you at last you are done with quadratic equations, numbers, series, DIs, 2 DIs, you are done. Now miscellaneous chapters, you don't have any idea, you have not practiced those things, mensurations, average, mixtures and allegations. You are just here to qualify the examination, you have not prepared those chapters, or you are sitting for the first time, then you should go for the Caslet DI. Caslet DI, those statements are simple, but it doesn't take that much of time. By this approach, it will easily it will cross, you will be able to cross 20 questions in quant. And 20 question crossing with 100% accuracy or 90% accuracy, you will be able to fetch 18 marks. 18 marks is a very good score. Now let's move to the another section, which is the first section of the day. It is English section. The approach here should be, first, it is the first section of the day. The approach here should be, you shouldn't first, if your first question is comprehension, that is passage, it was observed yesterday, it was a little bit of lengthy, you shouldn't first approach that, or you shouldn't attempt that at first, because it is little bit of time consuming, it drains your energy. And if within 5 minutes or 7 minutes you're not able to solve it, it will have a lot of psychological impact on you, and you will get nervous, and you will get nervous and you will hamper there. So the thing here is that you should not approach comprehension, you should first go for rearranging error, looking for the errors, because if you drain energy on this part, if you are new, if you have not practiced comprehension, if you are draining energy here, then another error detection for you will take a long, and it will have a psychological impact, because comprehension, depending on the length the questions, you will be able to grasp depending on you and your preparation. You should be Depending on your preparation, you should be easy, you should uh, we will suggest, the open hike will suggest that you should skip this and kept it for end. There are 8 questions undoubtedly, but the purpose here is to make you more feel secure. If by default, if you are going for other things, if this part has 8 questions or 7 questions or 10 questions, whatever they are, but within 10 minutes you are able to do other questions, you can easily give the whole time to this, whole remaining time to this, whole 8 minutes or 10 minutes. So the basic premise here should be, you should be able to do short statements questions, either error detection, logical reasoning, error detection, rearrangement, those questions which are in the paper. Now let's come to another thing. There are some overall tips and tricks for the whole of you. I have already said about this thing, miscellaneous, how to approach the miscellaneous question in reasoning. We have this trick, ijoti. By ijoti, we mean the position of E is 5, J is 10, O is 15, T is 20, and Y is 25. And now if you are with this trick, you don't have to form the alphabetical order, and you don't remember the position of letters, alphabetical letters, what is the position of G. You just know the position of E is 5, E F G, then you can compute the value of G, which will be 8. For example, the letter is given as elephant, E L E P HANT. Here, what you should do, elephant, you should put as 5. L, by how you will compute the value of L? You know the value of J is 10, then K 11, L 12. It will save you a lot of time by using this trick. We have come up with this trick. So it will save a lot of time in your miscellaneous question. The miscellaneous question which will take you 1 minute by going with the default or by going with the conformist approach. Here we are going with the non-conformist approach, the trick we are using here. Then another thing in the puzzle, if you are getting a puzzle which is based on the date of birth of person, you should remember this thing, FAJSN. What does it stand for? February, April, June, September, November. FAJSN. FAJSN. By this, we meant that these months in the year, they don't have 31 days. February has 28 or 29. 29 if it is a leap year. April 30, June 30, September 30, like that. And it will help you in saving a time. And if you don't know another trick, that is we compute it on hands. By just remembering this, you will be able to solve your 10 seconds or 15 seconds or sometimes 20 seconds, which is a lot of time in bank examination. And all those who are going to attempt for the examination, who have shifts coming, who have tomorrow shift or day after tomorrow, sorry, on 29th or 27th or 1st of December, they should revise fractions, percentage table. 1 by 4, 1 by 4 is 25%, 1 by 8 is 12.7, 12.5%, these things, so as to increase. Because if there is a DI with percentage table, you, if you remember these things, it will increase your calculation. The purpose here is to just increase your calculation. The question which by default will take 30, which will by default will take 2 minutes or 3 minutes, solving with the conformist approach, these things will hardly make you it solve within 1 minute or 1 or 50 seconds. Then the basic premise which you should be, you shouldn't panic on these things. You shouldn't panic on the last moment. You should be as calm as possible. Have faith on your preparation, have faith on your dedication and efforts, and they will definitely pay off. And we hope that you will do better. And we hope that this video will definitely help you fetch more marks than by going with the other approach. And we hope that you have liked this video, that you have liked our efforts we are putting for the candidates out there with the aim of philanthropic initiative. So we don't ask for anything. We just want you to be on the stars, whatever is your aim. So hoping that you will definitely have liked this video, and it will definitely increase your marks, and hoping that you will do best with this. And best of luck for your examination. Have a great time ahead, and goodbye.